冬服になって11月の何日だね、7日か。こんな風にこのバッグとこのちっちゃいキットの他にホッキーバッグって言って大きいバッグがあるんですよ。それを今忘れたそうで取りに行ってるそうですね。
There's no gumshoes or anything.
What do you mean your old hockey bag?
I meant old hockey thing.
Stick.
Hockey stick that you're
That's old one. はい、皆さんこんにちは。
こんにちは。
はい、今日のビデオはリアとリコ小学校の学校生活と内容についての動画になります。ダディ、どうぞ。
In the UK, the national curriculum is split into different stages.
Okay.
Okay, there's the foundation stage, which is basically like kindergarten. Okay. Key stage 1 is for 5 and 6 year olds. Then key stage 2 is for 7, 8, 9 and 10 year olds. Okay, so Leah and Nico are coming to the end of key stage 2. All right, they're in the final year. Then key stage 3 is 11, 12 and 13 year olds. Then key stage 4, 14 and 15 year olds. Okay, and then after that, sixth form, okay. Which is years, basically for 16 and 17 year olds. Okay, so in terms of exams and qualifications, okay, at the end of year 10, where Leah and Nico are now, all right, if they were in a state school, okay, they would probably be doing standard assessment tests or possibly some entrance exams. And then from next September, they would be starting senior school.
Okay.
Okay.
So they call it senior school until 17.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We don't have like junior high or senior high or anything like that. So basically.
But people call it middle school. No? Not in England.
Middle school, no.
Oh, I see. Okay.
It's much more complicated than this. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just show you on.
なんかイギリスの学校はちょっとコンプリケーテッドらしいですね。私も本当に国によって違うし、学校によっても違うのですごくこんがらがります。混乱します。
So you can't go into explaining this. It's just too complicated. So state-funded schools, state schools. Okay, basically you've got infant, junior, and senior.
Okay.
Okay, so this is primary education. All right, infant and junior, and this is senior.
I see. Okay.
So here you can see. So if Leah and Nico were in a state school, at the end of this year. They would be taking standard assessment tests. Okay, and there are some selective state schools in England as well, secondary schools, where you need to pass entrance exams to get in.
Like a grammar school.
Some of them are grammar schools, some of them are other types of schools, right? There are also different types of schools. At the school I went to, the secondary school I went to, was a grammar school, which was partly government funded, partly funded by a trust, by a private trust. And I had to pass an entrance exam called the 11 plus. Okay, and I would have taken it in the year that the girls are in now.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Right. But most schools in England are either state schools, non-selective, or independent schools.
Okay.
In other words, fee-paying schools, or what we kind of ridiculously call public schools. Okay.
Private school.
Public school means private school. Okay. State school is state school. Right. So now in the however, the girls aren't in a state school, they're in an independent school, a fee-paying school, where the system is slightly different. Okay, so basically from ages 3 to 7, they're in pre-preparatory school, okay, and then from ages 8 until 12, they're in prep school. Prep stands for preparatory school. Preparatory, in other words, it's preparing them to go into senior school,
Okay.
which is in the independent sector is from 13, 14, 15, 16 and 17. Okay. In year 11, which is when they're 15, 16, okay, they would take what are known as GCSEs. Okay, GCSE stands for General Certificate of Secondary Education.
Okay.
Okay, these were previously known as O levels,
Okay.
and O stands for ordinary level.
Okay.
Okay, so for example, let's take mathematics, ordinary level, or O level, or now GCSE. It's like the basic qualification you need in mathematics.
Okay.
Okay, and English and other
Yeah.
subjects. Okay,
Yeah, that's what Kaz is doing right now.
so Kazu will take his GCSEs at the end of this academic year, which will be in May, June next summer. Okay.
So it was a 2-year curriculum, wasn't it?
Usually, certainly in the state sector, the GCSE courses that children will take would be in years 10 and 11. Okay, so when they are 14, 15, 16. All right.
Okay.
Usually the GCSEs are a 2-year course. Okay. In the school where Kazu is, it's actually a 3-year course. When Kazu finishes GCSEs, or when children finish GCSEs, they are 16. Okay. If they want to leave school at that stage, they can. Okay. So education is compulsory until that stage.
Okay.
Okay. After that, there are 2 more school years, which typically in England is known as sixth form.
Okay.
Okay. And there are 2 years. They're actually year 12 and 13, but a lot of people refer to them as lower sixth and upper sixth.
Okay.
Okay. And during those final 2 years at school, children are typically studying towards A levels, A standing for advanced.
Okay.
Okay, so going back to the example of mathematics, when you're 15, 16, you take your ordinary level, your GCSE maths, okay? And if you take it as an A-level subject, then you're taking it at an advanced level, okay? Also at sixth form level, I mean, it's becoming more popular, particularly in the private sector, for children to study for the International Baccalaureate,
Okay.
IB, which is what Kai is doing, okay? There are also some schools that offer other qualifications like BTEC. B stands for British, Tech means technology. I mean, they're more practical qualifications.
Okay.
You know, maybe in computer science or business studies or arts, or something which is probably more practical and vocational.
Yes.
Than studying history or
Right. But
geography.
those who study BTEC probably won't go to university.
Not necessarily. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Not necessarily.
I see. Okay.
At GCSE level, previously ordinary level, O level, students might take 8, 9, 10 subjects. Okay. At A level, students focus in more detail on individual subjects, so they may only take 3 A levels or maybe 4, sometimes 5, but usually no more than that. I mean, average would be 3 or maybe 4.
Okay.
Okay. The International Baccalaureate gives students a much wider choice of subjects that they can study within their IB qualification. So I think Kai is studying 6 different subjects.
Yes.
So there's a difference between A levels and IB. I mean, IB is a very broad
Yeah.
qualification which
Yeah.
is quite well known and respected internationally.
Yeah.
A levels are narrow in scope. I mean, if you're only studying three A levels,
Okay.
you're spending a lot more time on individual subjects. So you're probably getting to a higher level, let's say in physics, for example.
Okay.
Maybe you're getting to a higher level in A-level physics than you might if you're doing physics as one subject within IB.
Okay.
So there are pros and cons both ways, but A-levels have always been more common in the UK. They are known internationally, but I think for our children, I would prefer them to do IB rather than A levels.
Okay.
Whether they're in the state sector or the independent sector, the next step would be to go to university, which typically for most subjects is a 3-year course.
Oh, really? Okay. はい。これがだいたい大まかなイギリスの学校のシステムですね。はい。で、先週1週間、リアとリコの生活を動画にしたんですが、そちらをお見せして、またその後お話ししたいと思います。このバッグとこのちっちゃいキットの他にホッキーバッグって言って大きいバッグがあるんですよ。それを今忘れたそうで取りに行ってるそうですね。来た。ホッキーバッグあった？ホッキーバッグは持っていかないの？大きい。
多分あれ学校か車の中にある。
マフラーいる？
大丈夫。寒くなるから。My dad had a gumshoe design thing.
What do you mean your old hockey bag?
I meant old hockey thing.
Stick.
Hockey stick that you're
That's the old one. .月曜日は5時に普通は4時に迎えに来るんですが、月曜日だけはアクティビティがあってホッキーのスクワッドっていうんですけど、それをリアとリコはやってるので今5時に迎えに来ました。でここでこれがプレップスクールでカイとカズがここに来てくれるはずなんですけれども、リアとリコもまだ出てきてません。冬時間に変わって1時間遅くなったんですよね。だから前の6時が5時になったのでちょっと暗くなるのが早いですね。寒いし、これがイギリスの11月ですね。で今日からもともと10月も寒かったんですけど、今日から冬服になりました。リアとリコ今会を待ってます。皆さん学校どうだった？今日は
超良かった。最悪。
なんで早くなの？
何かしたの？
今日から学校の動画を撮る。
I got my music instrument and then
Which is a clarinet.
yeah, and a clarinet, and then I went to music, which is a bit far away from prep school, like a few minutes walk from prep school, like 5 minutes.
Okay.
And after music, I had English, and today it was a library lesson, so we went to the library and read books.
Okay.
Next it was break, had fruit, and then there's for Monday is always fruits.
Okay, good.
Apple or oranges, and a lot of oranges were yellow. And
Okay.
my friend said it was sour, but it was perfect for me.
Okay, good. So
Okay.
after break time, what did you do?
I went to French.
French.
Yeah,
Bonjour.
I have a French test tomorrow.
Right, so you're going to study tonight.
No. And then after French, I had art, and
Yeah.
then
What are you doing in art?
wait. So today, we got like how do you say? Like how well you do, like what you get every time of every
An
term.
assessment, results, grades?
Grades, yeah?
Yeah.
I got a grades, and I got a 5. like the best.
Which is the best grade for what subject? Art.
Yeah. And after art, it was lunch.
Yeah.
So I went to put my bag in my locker.
Yeah. And then you went to the cafeteria.
Well, we had to line up.
Yeah. And what did you eat for lunch?
I don't know why we have it recently though. It's a pasta with tomato sauce.
Was it good?
Yeah.
And what else?
Peas and potato.
Yeah.
It wasn't a lot though. There was sausages and but I got pasta because sausages looked small. And after lunch, I was hanging out with my friends until I had to go to my music lesson.
Another music lesson?
Oh no, like a clarinet, like.
Oh, your
like a
private clarinet lesson, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And did it for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And after that, at lunch break, because I have squads, I had to get changed, but I always have to get changed at lunch break, but
Okay.
I have no music lesson, so I couldn't get changed. So before I went to my music lesson, I told my English teacher that I might be late.
Because you had to get changed.
Yeah.
For squads, and what squads?
Squads is like extra training
Extra training for what?
for
Sports.
yeah.
That's right. And so what do you do? So every Monday afternoon at the end of the school day, you do squads, right? So what are you doing at the moment? Hockey?
Hockey, yeah.
And what do you do other times?
Netball and cricket. The sub is tennis.
Okay.
Yeah, and
So that's for about 1 hour at the end of the day, right?
and then I got myself and got changed for
Okay.
for squad, and I went to my English lesson, and we got a percentage for the assessment.
Okay, you got 90 something?
No, that's for science. And
What did
the
you get?
average was 50, and I got 60. So I think
good.
that's good.
Okay, so above average.
Yeah.
Okay.
And after English, I went to maths.
Okay.
Yeah, and
What are you doing in maths at the moment?
well, today we did some easy divisions. We did the Japanese division, and for me, I did it in
What do
Japan.
you mean? Explain to Mama in Japanese.
So like 日本ではさ、普通に例えばやるじゃんって言って下にやるやつじゃん。でもイギリスでは上に一つ書いて remainder だってやるのね。だから普通にちっちゃいの。But we did the long one for the big numbers, and it was normal for me, but some people was like moaning. And after maths, I went to get my hockey bag and then find my friend and then walk to
To the hockey pitches.
to the Astro.
To the Astro.
The hockey
Okay.
pitch.
So what about your hockey bags? Were they at school?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay, so yeah, thank you. But I'd like to see your bag.
じゃあこのキーホルダーこのスペインで結構
それはいらないから中を見せてほしいの。
本とか入ってるやつで、で今日はこれ持ってる理由は宿題とか、リフィッション実習とかのためで、
教科書とかはあるの？例えばマース。
これスペインフランス語の。
へえ。見せてどんなの勉強してんの？フランス語は。今どこのページをやってんの？
これは Year 5 で Year 6はここら辺。
すごいね。
今これ we used this page to revise, but we did like
Wow. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Comme?
we did so the
Beaucoup.
例えばで like this まあそんな感じ。
でノートは学校からもらうの？
うん。
ノートとかは買わなくて学校からもらう。そう。
で英語のディビジョンとイギリスのディビジョンと日本のやつってさ、日本のやつはこれらしいの。まあリコは日本のやつって呼ぶけど、これは大きい数字のためにやる方法なんだって。でこういうやつは イギリスちっちゃい数字のため。
これが日本式でこれがイギリス式なんだって。はい、ありがとうございました。まだあるの？
で、
What about your obento?
給食がない。給食がある。お弁当はない。で、これがまあいつも持ってってる。
何それ？メモ用紙？
計算機とメモ。
OK。
で、これはなんだっけ宿題とかここに書くの。で、これは普通にノート。
連絡帳だね。
ね、これはノート。で、これは本。
今何も読んでんの？
これ見せない。ママ、こうやって他の学校の子も見るの？
はい、今は火曜日です。火曜日は4時に迎えに来るので、まだこんなに明るいですね。でも今11度なんですがみんな半袖とか本当に信じられない。本当に寒いです。
いや、インクないのね、もうペン。
そう言ってたね。買おうか。今4時半で、いつもこのカフェでリアとリコは勉強をします。漢字ね。こんな感じ。今こういう感じを勉強します。で、いつも学校ではフリクションペンを使ってんだけど、インクがないんだよね。
これメイfrom Japan ね。
本当に？
いや、あれ、how do you say invented。ママ、ラップってさ、いつとか来る？あさって。
わかんない。見てあげる。今リアは算数の宿題してんの？はい。どういう宿題？それは何でやってんの？
で、学校に入って、リアの学校のパスワードやって、で、リアのパスワードやって、
OK。で、
これ今やって。
なるほどね。
で、これ宿題で、このケーブ
は何？
どこにありますか？
すごいじ
ゃん。で、それで。
OK。じゃあちょっとインタビューね。今日何やった？朝。
今日は
チューズデーだから。
ブラスグループ最初。次は ICT、コンピューター。
何やった今日は？
今日は動物の種類、なんか間違ってることをやって、で分かんなかったらなんか検索して、で、
delivery.
Okay.
You need to tidy this
Yeah,
room
I
up.
know. で、その
Whose
次
socks are these?
算数は今やってたやつ
ね。
で、その次 Humanities は History。
何やってる？ヒストリーは。
ヒストリーは Victorian times。
Listen, whose socks are these?
It's not mine.
Does anybody on YouTube know whose they are?
作者のこと、昔の Victorian times の人が書いたやつなのね。その人のお話を聞いて、このペーパーの中でそのお話に全部あるから、そこの中から全部アンサーをやって、その次はランチで、
ランチ何食べたの？
ランチはスープ、人参スープと、なんかシチューみたいなやつ。
OK。
で、チーズちょっとやって、で、デザートはケーキ食べた。
何ケーキ？
バニラとチョコ。
美味しかった？
半分。
ありがとう。ここら辺片付けて。
So it's Wednesday, and both girls have hockey matches away against a different school in Worcester, which is about 30 minutes drive from our house. So it's 2 o'clock nearly. We're driving to Worcester to see both Leah and Nico play hockey. So typically, we're the only parents that turned up and our daughter Leah is on the bench, not playing yet.
で、ここにイングリッシュアフタヌーンティーがあります。コーヒー、ティー。
vegetarian or vegan? Do you have any allergies?
で、あちらは生徒がもらってます。超綺麗じゃない？空の色とか。はい。今日は今リアがいないのはリアはブラスコンサートのリハーサルをしてます。なのでリアはいません。今日は木曜日。今5時なんだけどこんなにもう真っ暗で、ここがミュージックホールなんだよね。でここでリアのコンサートがあるので、ミュージック。
はもうここにいるの？
まだ来てないと思う。
Don't eat that, it's been on the floor.
ここに
これ着たかったな。
コイン持った？ワンパウンド。
こんなんか。いや、ワンパウンド持ってるけど。
あったかくしてね、ジャケット着ていった方がいいよ、絶対ね。今日はチャリティーがあって制服を着ないで私服で行きます。
それでワンパウンドを。
Leah, you
Yeah.
need £1 as well.
Yeah, I have it.
Okay, it's your £10 there, is it?
Yeah.
And there's £1 there as well. Right. Come on.
Come on, guys. Chop chop.
Hi, Kazu, get in the car.
10パウンドはホスピス、子どもたちの病気の子どもたちのところに寄付をして、1ポンド、それもチャリティーのためらしいです。いろんなイベントがあるね、イギリスの学校はね。頑張ってね、バイバイ。
A lot of good, state primary schools as well. Part of the issue for us was, if we move to England, there's a lot of competition for school spaces, and if you move into a particular area, there's no guarantee that you can get all your children into the same school. So, we really didn't want to end up with children in different schools. So we wanted a good school. We want them all in the same school, just logistically to make it manageable. So, they've ended up in an independent school. But I think the school they're in is excellent. I think the quality of the staff, the quality of the teaching, the quality of the work that they're doing, I think is really good. I mean, you see some of their workbooks. It's high quality, I think, and they have a lot of extracurricular activities as well, which they probably wouldn't get in the state sector. For example, music. For example, sport. I mean, they do a lot of sports. They do a lot of, they do a lot of visits. They're in a choir. They're in an orchestra. They're having individual music lessons. If they need individual support in particular areas, they get it. Unfortunately, a lot of state schools can't afford to do that. I mean, I wish it wasn't like that, but in the UK it is.
Okay.
If you look at countries like Finland, where there are no private schools, all schools, I think, are in the state sector,
Yeah.
And they're all at a very high standard.
Yes.
I wish the UK was like that, but unfortunately, it's not.
そうですね。
So I'm very pleased, in particular, with the sport and the extracurricular stuff that they're getting, because in Barcelona, they won't really, they wouldn't really be getting the same extracurricular opportunities. And it's a great environment. The school facilities are superb.
そうですね。学校は素晴らしいと思います。ファシリティ、テニスコートとかクリケットコートとか、もう本当に素晴らしい。ピッチとかすごい素晴らしいですね。あとミュージックレッスンとかホッケー、ミュージックレッスンなどアクティビティっていうんですけれども、はい、そういうのがすごい充実していて。
Basketball.
すごい素晴らしいと思います。
Volleyball. Yeah, so I think for the girls it's great.
私たちは7時半に学校に連れて行って、で学校が始まるのが8時25分なんですね。で終わるのが4時15分なので、毎日リアトリコが終わるのを待って、カリキュアフターアクティビティがある日は5時に終わる。結構時間的には長いんですけれども、充実しているといえば充実していると思います。ね、すごいスポーツに力を入れている学校なので、もう本当にリアとリコとか今小学校なんです。小学校の頃から時間を1時間ぐらいかけて他の学校に行ってマッチをしたりとかすごいやってますね。すごい充実した学校生活だと思います。あと学校とのコミュニケーションもすごくうまく取れてると思います。I was impressed that Lialico's teacher wrote us, if the beginning of the school year, they're asking us if we have any questions.
Yeah, they introduced themselves, gave us the contact details, direct to the teacher.
とかすごい良かった、いいと思いますね。
Yeah, it's a good community as well. They're making good friends of different nationalities, different backgrounds as well.
そうですね。学校はやっぱりインターナショナルな学校なので、いろんな国の人たちがいて、で特にリアとリコが仲のいいのはボーダーって言って寮に住んでる人たちなので、アフリカの人であったりとかアジアの人であったり子であったりとか、いろんな国際的な友達とかもできるので、すごくいいと思いますね。Do you have any cons go into the school?
The money?
そうですね。すごい高いので、
Actually, this particular school, for the quality of the school and their results, the fee is actually very reasonable.
I think it's too much. Like starting really early in the morning and doing lots of sports. I think that for me, I like to relax a bit. And Lia enjoys it, but she's saying it's pressure. They're doing lots of sports and lots of subjects.
I think it would be okay. I think the issue for us particularly is that we want to keep up their Japanese as well at the same time.
私たちの家族に限って言えば英語の他に日本語もやってるんですね。多くのこういうイギリス人と結婚された日本人の方とか海外の方と結婚された日本の方がされてるように、土曜日に補習校、日本人の補習校に行っていて、リアとリコは。で補習校もそんなにたくさんないので、前はロンドンの方まで1時間2時間近くかけて行ってたんですが、最近別のところにあるダービーというところにある1時間かかるところに連れて行ってるんですね、土曜日。でそれで1日勉強して帰ってくるという別の勉強もあるので、そういう家族に対してはすごいプレッシャーになるぐらいの カリキュラムの量だと思いますね。カリキュラムだと思います。で子供の頃からそういうたくさんの教育をするのがいいのかどうかも私はちょっと疑問な感じがしますね。例えばフィンランドですと小学校は授業を3時間にしたらやっぱり子どもの能力が伸びたらしいんですよね。だからそういうのを考えるとちょっとこれはイギリスすごくいいシステムだとは思いますけどもちょっと長いかなっていうこれがコンですね。
Some other cons, I think, for us, when we moved to the UK, it was still really sort of during the tail end of the pandemic. Trying to find a suitable family house close to the school was really difficult. We're quite away from the school, and it's sort of 22, 25 minutes drive.
Yeah.
The lack of public transport.
そうですね。私たちが連れて行かなきゃいけない。だから日本で思ったのが小学校ですごいいいなと思ったのはリアとリコが歩いて5分で行けるんですよね。そういうのがすごいいいと思います。でイギリスはそのステイツスクール日本でも同じかもしれないけど公立のいい学校に入るのがすごく難しくてで私たちも私立にしたんですけれどもそういうのが問題があるということです。
I mean, if you're going to go on public transport like buses and trains from here to the school, you'd have to walk 20 minutes, get on a train, go into Birmingham, go to a different station, get another train to where the school is, and then walk sort of 20 minutes to the school there. But it would be like 1 hour, 45 minutes.
Okay.
So it's just not practical from a from a logistical point of view. The only way we can do it is
Taking them.
driving.
ですね。
If we were in Japan, no problem.
はい、そういうことでなんか子供がたくさんいると学校選びとかすごく難しくなるんですが、その学校選び等に関してはまた動画を出していきたいと思います。今回のはリアとリコのプライマリースクールに関してでした。皆さんイギリスの学校についてどう思われますか？ぜひコメント欄でよろしくお願いします。ではまた次の動画でお会いしましょう。
You should put this on there as well so people can see it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jack,
Good job.
can I go?
Yeah.
Where's my fee?